Three short stacks are going to have to be super aggressive to get into this game if they have any chance of winning it.
And Mark Vronsky has put in the first raise after we had 4 folds to him, and now it's over to Peter Russ. And the raise takes him out as well, so the blinds and all go over to the chip leader, Mark Vronsky.
Because it brings all types of people from all over the world in different forms and shape, and it doesn't matter whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, you can all sit down and play the game and you can all be on the same level. That's the beauty of poker.
Poker's great because it's challenging, it's competitive. Anyone can play poker. I mean, really anyone. You can be the oldest person or the youngest person. It doesn't take that much time to master the game, or not to master the game, but okay. Not to master the game, but it really does take just a few minutes to learn, but a lifetime to master. And it's just a great game. It's very competitive, and it's fun, and there's a lot of money to be played in it. And as you can see by my palace, there is a lot of money to be made in poker. So.
Anybody can win. Skill helps, but luck plays a large part too. So otherwise, I wouldn't really play the game because I couldn't just win. It's good.
I think poker is interesting because of this psychological process. You can psychologically understand the reality of a person, the character of the person.
Poker's a great game because there's a lot of people that think they know how to play and they're having a lot of fun and they just get in there and they have a go. And players that have a bit of an idea can do very well at it. So that's what makes it a great game. It's just a lot of fun, and depending on how seriously you take it, depends on how well you do.
And second thing is good feeling when you win. You feel strong yourself, and you feel like you're number one. Yeah, number one.
And another part of that good feeling when you win is the prize money. There's over $200,000 at stake here. The champion will take almost half of that, $84,000. The runner-up will get $46,000, and then it gets smaller as you finish earlier. This is the 4th hand. Mark Vronsky has taken 2 of the first 3, but without any real competition, just collected the blinds. And it's funny because the 3 short stacked players, 2 of them that I spoke to, said they would play very aggressively. They weren't going to wait around and go out, but they were going to try to go out in a blaze of glory. But so far, we haven't seen that. So you see the button on the extreme right. The blinds come in from the 2 players on the left. David Rudling has already passed. Mark Vronsky passes as well.
Peter Russ passes.
So 3 passes around to the player on the button, Nikolai Losev, and he lets his go. Feklisov now.
Yes.
And he's gone all in. Sergei Feklisov has gone all in. Sergei Pevsner holding an ace-5. Does Sergei Pevsner have the gumption to call him? Feklisov all in with the king-7. And Pevsner with an ace-5 folds. Yeah. The bet scares him off. And the all-in bet, I think, is going to collect the blinds.
Sergei Pevsner decided to wait for a better situation than what he has. He has a little bit more time, and he's decided to make that decision based on not taking a gamble at this stage.
No, not much real change here. The positions are still the same. Mark Vronsky has taken a couple of pots and built his lead up by just a little bit. David Rudling took the last pot, went over the 50,000 mark in chips, but he is still short stacked. This is the 6th hand. Peter Russ folds. Nikolai Losev folds, and over to Sergei Feklisov. Looks like pocket 6s.
Pocket 6s, yeah. He's thinking how much to bet here because he's walking into the big stack on the big blind. So he's got to make sure that he can get away from his hand if he has to, in case he goes over the top.
Feklisov with 115,000 when he started, and is still about at that level. He's 3rd right now. Raised it to 15,000. That got Rudling to fold. And it gets the Rag King to fold as well, and Vronsky folds as well. So the bet wins it for Sergei Feklisov, and so far it's been pretty tight play.
Okay, it's hand number 8. And Sergey will be the first to speak in seat 1.
Sergey Feklisov with a king 3, folding to begin the 8th hand here. Still very tight play all the way around. Sergey Pevsner now, an ace and a 3. Now he wouldn't go.
He's going to go
all in, and now he's going all in. He wouldn't call one with an ace 4, but he'll go all in with the ace 3, and it's a bad time because David Rudling has an ace and 7. So 2 short stacks now, each dealt an ace. Does David Rudling want to compete? Nope.
No.
You see the power of the original bet. Mark Vronsky's out.
He was the first to act, so he had the opportunity to move his chips in first, and he had players behind him, so he didn't have to.
And they folded around. So again, the all-in bet, taking it fair. Sergey Pevsner, and you see Sergey Pevsner folded when the all-in was against him. So this is the 11th hand. First to speak will be the leader, Mark Vronsky. Haven't seen much action yet on the first 10 hands, Mel. And you were saying you were surprised because you thought that Mark would make more play, and with the pocket 6s, he may well do it now. In with the raise, Peter Rus lets a king go.
King 10.
So I mean, raises are just, and there we go, all in.
Go. Nikolai Losev has moved all in. He's raised it.
Nikolai Losev with the big slick has gone all in. So we do have some action now. Pocket 6s and the big slick. Sergey is out. The other Sergey is out as well. And David Rudling now, no pants, they call him, because he plays in shorts.
David Rudling will be well accepted in America because everyone plays in shorts over there in Las Vegas. So he'll be at home.
And so now Mark Vronsky looking at the shortest stack at the table. It's really mathematical, isn't he? And there he is. He's called the all-in, and he's going to see it now. Ace-king against the pocket 6s.
All-in, Nikolai all-in with ace-king against Mark, pair of 6s.
So our first called all-in on the 11th hand. You look at Sergey Feklisov in 3rd place. And there's the king.
And Nikolai's hit the king on the flop.
Puts him in a tremendous position now. Queen on the turn. Kings are still ahead. And the 9. And that's it. So Nikolai Losev has doubled up.
Yep.
And the chip leader, Mark Vronsky, has just lost a bit of his chip stack, and he'll be moving down, letting the rest of the field a little bit closer to him.
25,000 he had to put in that pot, roughly. Just over 25,000. The pot was 57.
This is the 12th hand. We've just had our first big change of positions as Nikolai Losev got himself off the bottom of the chip pile all the way up to 5th place. Sergey Pevsner is now the short stack at 32,000. The chip leader, Mark Vronsky, has lost a little bit of his lead, but he's still comfortably in front. And Nikolai has raised it up to 10,000 with the ace and jack suited. And around to Mark Vronsky with the jack queen.
Of diamonds. Yep.
Also suited. And again, these two will go head to head. Vronsky calls him. So we'll see another two-way flop. It's David Rudling looking on, wondering when he's going to get some cards to double up. He's fallen just behind, and there's a pair of 8s and a 3, 1 diamond there, so no immediate change, 1 spade. And it's all in.
So he's raised it another 47,000.
Right. Vronsky checked, and Nikolai Losev, no hesitation, went all in, looking straight ahead. And Mark Vronsky passes. So brave move from Nikolai Losev, and again, he's picked up another pot and moved himself that much closer to Sergey Feklisov in 3rd place.
Yeah.